Hey there folks, Seth here with One Board Dad. Welcome by. This is the start of a new series in Minecraft. This is Skyblock mod pack, Journey Across the Abyss. This is a quest-based mod pack, so we got the whole questing in interfaces. We got, tons of mods. I didn't really realize when I installed this mod pack just how many mods there are. I think it said, I'm sure there's somewhere I can check. Is there somewhere I can check mod options maybe? It doesn't tell me, but I'm pretty sure there's something like 300 or more mods when I loaded this thing. It's pretty crazy in that regard. That said, it looks like, and so I've kind of gone through this first tab, well, not that first tab, this first tab, Punchwood, which I assume is kind of the typical questing start process, start from the beginning, work your way through, develop your resources, and then go do all of the different mod breakouts. So I figured I'd take a look at this just to see what the progression looks like in early game. And it looks like it's still, ex nihilo, chop down trees, use crooks, use sieves, use dust. So I think we'll be good to progress here. There was a place where I was kind of looking at this, kind of thinking through it, and I think there's some grindy spots that we're going to try to bypass. So we're going to go pretty quick today. I'm generally assuming anyone who finds my very remote little corner of the internet probably is already very familiar with Minecraft in general and how this stuff works. So we're not going to get too bogged down in the details. If you have any questions, definitely throw them down below. But we're just going to kind of go through it. I'll chit and chat as I go through. But yeah, main focus here in the beginning, we're just going to be getting some wood, some leaves, just get some raw resources. I like this pack. It starts us with a couple of the super basic things like silkworms. So we can use these to throw up on, there you go, those guys. They'll turn into some infested leaves that I can get some string from. Full disclosure, I am an awful inventory maintenance person. Like, I cannot keep anything straight. So I'm going to try to get things sort of squared away here initially, but inevitably, especially for these first like 2-3 episodes where we're getting everything, all the production kind of in place, it's going to be a hot mess, I imagine, in terms of just having a place for everything to go and the layout. So we'll fix it as we go through. So that said, like I said, I don't really have like a huge end goal for this. Like I said, I didn't realize just how many mods there were in this pack, how many quests. I'm kind of excited by that because, like I said, I've been away from Minecraft for a good bit now, playing other games, and also I've just recently moved. So my family and I used to live up in Nebraska. We now live down around St. Louis in Missouri. So not a huge move, but has taken up quite a bit of time recently. So still been playing games and such, but just not really sitting down to like a full Minecraft playthrough. I am in a new home as well as a result of that move. So I started trying to just sort out my office space. Kind of wanted to try out recording. I'm actually in an enclosed office for once, unlike I was before, so it's a little easier to try to get through some things that, are maybe a little bit better soundproofed and all of that, so I'm not talking Minecraft out loud while my family's trying to sleep, all that good stuff. So it's been a good thing, but a lot of transitional change. So I'm interested to get back in, see if there's any. I know there's a new version because I think this is still 1.14 is what this pack is built off of. And I think there's a lot of things coming out for like 1.15 when I started looking for which packs were kind of popular out there on Twitch, mod packs and things. This is one that came up as being kind of currently popular, but I did notice a number of 1.15s coming through. So I'm guessing we're kind of on the tail end of this version. Is that what it's called, of Minecraft? So instance, I don't know what it is, but so that said, there are tons of mods. So this, I'm guessing, is like the highlight reel of current Minecraft, I'm assuming. So it should be interesting. I don't know where I don't really have like a huge motivation. Not motivation is the wrong term. Inspiration, I guess, right now for like some grand build structure design. So really just like building out processes and automation and those kind of things. So a lot of times I'll just put platforms out and just build what I need where I need it. So we'll see. Maybe we'll get inspired, do a little bit of cosmetic building. Try to get a theme going, maybe. I don't really know the theme of the moment other than, like I said, social distancing seems to be obviously the theme for right now. a little bit of this if this part drags on too much in terms of the initial wood gathering. I'm basically just trying to get a stack of wood gathered up. It's kind of my intent. I'm still not quite there, but all right, we'll keep going. So let's see, quests. So we'll be mostly working through this linearly for the first little bit. It does give you kind of this warning. It says don't waste any of the materials at the start, as it's all needed to progress. Failure to do so will result in you being stuck. If you do become stuck, you can redeem the emergency items and try again. I don't want to do that, but thank you for the warning. So basically my impression from that is you're going to get a couple of things, don't waste them, because there's no other way to replace them. So we can turn in quests. It has a few fixed quests, or a few fixed rewards. I noticed at the beginning when I was just kind of flipping through the quests. But then, oh, that was an example. You get into a lot of these random rewards. I've never been a huge fan of random rewards for skyblock, just because it can totally change like your path of how you progress, and it's not necessarily reproducible, repeatable, etc. So I tend to just ignore them. So a chopping block, oak and flint, which they just happen to give me a flint, so that is very kind of them. Chopping block. It looks like we're gonna, oh, there we go. So like here where it's like oak planks that are dedicated to being like, or defined, hard-coded as that specific reward, that I'm assuming is something I need to carry forward into the rest of the playthrough potentially. But then this random one where I get, I don't know, I got some sort of item ducks. Is that what I got? Fluid ducks, and then before I guess I got a polar bear bait. I'm not inclined to use those. For right now, I'm just gonna stick them in here. I think what I'm gonna do is just create a chest, like a separate chest, to put all of my quest rewards in, like random quest rewards, and just save them for later to see, you know, if it's something that just makes it a little easier to progress, like, you know, I already have one of these and they give me 2 more or something, then I'll probably just use the thing that they give me just for convenience sake. But if it's something like, you know, you can't get access to this at all, like glowstone, let's say, that's just the thing that pops to mind. Like if all of a sudden they give me glowstone and I don't have any other way in this mod pack at current time to get glowstone, I'm not going to use the glowstone to progress, right? Does that make any sense? I don't know. It's probably a very strange, you know, moral line to draw in the sand, I suppose, but it makes sense in my mind. So blank patterns. Okay, it's wood, not planks. And I'm guessing I'm going to need a couple of these. And then just looks like we need stencil table, part builder, and tool station. So we're going to go straight to Tinker's, which I am a-okay with. And again, yeah, they gave us 5 planks, which is exactly what I need. To get these going. And we'll just kind of put these, I don't want to break that right now. I'll just stick these like right there. I think that'll work. Stencil table. Looks like a tab through. So then, actually, I guess what I could do is just not even, maybe that makes more sense, is just not even claim the quest reward if I'm not going to use it anyway. Might make more sense. I don't have to keep it straight. Like this, looks like they gave some food, right, or some alcohol. Again, I'm not at the point in my self-isolation process where I need to turn to cherry vodka, but we'll keep that for later, I suppose, as a celebratory drink, not as a coping mechanism. But I probably should just not claim the rewards. It'd be easier. So we need, let's see, a wooden tinker's axe, and I think there's some more things out here. Tinker's crook, tinker's comma, tinker sledgehammer. All right, and I'm gonna need, I guess, a shovel and a pick, right? So I might actually, just while I'm at it, let's do that. And now I'm wishing I actually had kept, wish I had kept that crafting table out for just a second. I would have made some chests, I think. I think that would have been possible, but we'll continue. We should be able to make wood, I think, or planks, as soon as, because I can't actually turn these into planks. It doesn't work. So that's what I need. I'm guessing this chopping block for. So let's make an axe. So I think the things I'm going to need is a pickaxe, a shovel, an axe head, not going to worry about weapons. We got that mega torch. I shouldn't have to kill anything anytime soon. And if I do, I would much rather have an axe in hand than a sword anyway. At least in real life, I don't know. I'm not going to be a fencer. I'm going to be a swing and pray kind of person if a zombie comes after me, I guess. What else did I say I need? I need a sledgehammer. I got the comma thing. Okay, I think those are all the elements I need. We'll go to part builder. We're going to be doing all this out of wood. Just put some stuff in there. So what do I need? I need, I believe, 4 of these to make a crook. Then I'm going to need a shovel, an axe, a pickaxe, a comma, and a sledge. I believe all of those are going to need a binding. And then we need 1 of each of these. I guess I could make a mattock as well, but I don't think I'm going to. This is where I wish I had the, what is it called? The pattern chest. I just didn't have the foresight to make another chest. I guess I could break one of the chests that are over there. Actually, maybe I'll do that. Okay, let's do that real fast. Take one of these. Take one of these chests, then I can just make a pattern chest anyway. Pattern. Tool station. Probably there. That'll make that a lot better for my inventory. And they would have just been going in the chest anyway. So there we go. That's much better. Tool station. So there we go. So now we're going to make a crook. And I'm not super creative. I'm not going to give any of these super fancy names or anything. Well, maybe I should, right? Let's be super creative, right? So this will be Stone Killer. This will be, I don't know, Dirt Killer. Go to the here. That'll be a Tree Killer. We have very violent tools. Very maladjusted. Now it's a Leaf Killer. And there we go. Well, this is a Stone Smasher. It's not really killing, it's transforming. Alright, so hopefully that's like all the base tools we're gonna need to get through the beginning. And my crook. Oh, no, that's the other one. Oh, I got gas tiers. See, that's the kind of thing that I'm like, if I can't get gas tiers anywhere else, I don't want to get it from a quest. Okay, so I think we're good. Now we'll progress. Check. Got a clock in hand. So where'd my... There we go. I believe this works with just there. Oh, that's not what I wanted to do. Use Tree Killer here. Boop. Alright. So the way I've done this in the past with this whatever horsepower primitive mod is I put it in my offhand and then you just left click with your axe. You're gonna have an axe on hand. It's looking like we're getting very, very poor yield, like 1-to-1. So that's super exciting. Feels a little grindy, but not nearly as grindy as a lot of other primitive chopping packs. But I gotta say, the 2 things in most mod packs that drive me crazy are when you mess with wood planks. Like, I just want to be able to make wooden sticks. Shouldn't be that complicated. And when they mess with buckets. Like, just let me make buckets. Mostly I'm looking at you, Greg Tech. Like old Greg Tech. I'm talking like 1.4 Greg Tech. I haven't played any Greg Tech recently. Okay, so what I'm going to do with this, actually, though. I'm going to take this. Can I make a hopper? Yes, I can. Alright, so we got a wood hopper. What I can do with this, just stick that there. And now I don't have to do that. We'll just do there. Now I don't have to do anything with my offhand. And it's a little faster. Less clicks, I suppose. Oh, we're automated and technologically inclined now. The dark ages have passed. Like I said, I'm hoping not to make each of these episodes super long. I mean, I want to do more than just like get a bunch of wood in this episode. I'm actually hoping we can get to cobblestone. I just need to stop yapping quite so much, start progressing. We need more trees. Because like I said, I've got, generally speaking, if you were going to progress through this pack or normally through a next Nihilo pack kind of thing, my assumption is what they want you to do is make a bunch of dirt, sieve a bunch of dirt, get a bunch of stones to get cobblestone, and then melt that down into lava. I'm thinking I'm going to go the other way around. I'm going to get lava first before I get cobblestone. That's my plan. So I'm pretty sure this pack is set up to where I can do it. I don't know if it's intended, but I'm going to use it anyway. So, do I have enough wood? I need a stack of wood, it says. Can't imagine I'm going to need a lot more than that. Axe is broken. Tool station. There we go. Let's do that for right now. I guess the only thing here is I can't tell how much wood is left. Are you kidding me? Need one more set of wood. There you go. But yeah, like I said, the normal process is normally going to be, you know, get a bunch of leaves. So let's assume what the common is going to be for is to cut up a bunch of leaves, use the leaves to turn the dirt into the sieves. I think that's the progression it's going for. But like I said, I'm going to try to bypass some of it. Random quest reward, so I need 60 oak slabs. I'm going to assume that I actually need those in the future, because that's a lot of slabs. There we go. Alright, so I need sieves. So like I said, we're getting to this situation where it's like make sieves, make string, make mesh. So let's progress that way without obsessing over the... well, can I get... probably don't want to waste my planks here, but let me do that real quick. Yeah, it's gonna be my quest item box. Anything else in here that came from quests? Pull out this quest stuff. Try not to obsess too much over this questing situation, but it kind of bugs me, like I said. Pick up some apples. Those. Let's grab this sieve and this string mesh because it looks like we're gonna need some more. Okay, so now hopefully I didn't use too much wood. I think sieves are just... Oh, did I use too much? I did. Are you kidding me? Can I put planks back together? I cannot. This is one aspect of particularly skyblock and just Minecraft in general that I have never really excelled at, is getting more than I need. Right? I always try to get like, oh, this is the exact amount of whatever this resource is to do the next thing that I have planned, which inevitably means that I just wind up going back to wherever that thing came from to get some more when I don't have enough. Kind of the same way when I'm going to like the home store for a project. I have to take like 4 or 5 trips to Lowe's just to, I don't know, change a doorknob. Oh, it wants me to have silkworms, so let's get... I believe I get the silkworms specifically from cooking the uninfested leaves. So, come on. Again, I guess just taking for granted that anyone watching this already probably has a very good grasp of Minecraft and skyblock and all those things in general and the basics. I'm just holding shift to make trees grow. It's a basic idea. Oh, 5 worms. Maybe more worms? I think I used the other ones. Rats. Don't know who decided that bouncing up and down would make trees grow, but... Okay, so I got the worms. We already have the string. So now string should be there. Okay, so apparently this pack is designed with multiple results from your recipe. So hopefully this pops up. We can get to the mesh. I actually don't want that. I don't want to waste string. Make sure we get the right thing. That only gave me 2. Let's try this again. Give me 4 more. Oh, no, gave me 5 total. I guess just 2 more. All right. I don't like that interface. I hope there's not very many quests that involve, or I guess crafts recipes that involve the same recipe for multiple results. So that wants me to get leaves, and I do actually want the leaves, but this is where we're going to start, I think, deviating from the prescribed plan. All right, so where's my comma? Okay, looks like, did I not get enough? Okay, I did get enough. Let's repair this real quick. Get the rest of the leaves if we can off this biggin tree. Okay. Whoa, I'm hungry. Emergency apple. And then go for the plump pears. Actually, pear sounds really good right now. I don't really eat like a lot of just raw pears, but I wouldn't say no right now. Okay, so I need to put down a sitting spot. So since we made 9 sieves, or I guess made 8 sieves, and had 1 already in place, and the same thing with the meshes, I'm going to assume I should put these in 3x3. Beautiful. So the basic idea here, again, in case you just happen to not be familiar, you can use these, you can put some resources in them, right click them down, they eventually explode into all of these good things. Put it in the not quest spot. So it's basically the approach to getting, new stuff that we didn't otherwise have that we can't make or craft or things. So it gets me a bunch of seeds, and then it gets me these stone pebbles. So there's a quest in here. This is where I feel like the process is going to bog down heavily, right? So now to get dirt, we have a way to get dirt using the oak barrels. We won't worry about this right now. But basically we get the dirt, we throw it in there, we get these pebbles. We need pebbles to make cobblestone. It takes 4 pebbles to make a cobblestone, right? We use cobblestone to get gravel, gravel to get flint, etc., so on and so forth. So eventually we're needing to make lava, which you make these crucibles, and you put cobblestone in them and melt them down. So you need like 4 cobblestone plus the crucibles, plus you need a furnace to do that, all this thing, because you need to fire it. That's a lot of cobblestone to get with stone pebbles. If you think of that as every stone pebble is, or every cobblestone is 4 stone pebbles. So when we look at this, we get that by throwing dirt in a string mesh, and it's a 15% chance. So that means, like, for any 1 dirt, so on average, let's just say it's going to take 7 dirt to make 1 pebble. So it's going to take like 28, let's say 25 dirt to make 1 cobblestone. And we're going to need, I don't know, dozens of cobblestone to make this whole process work. So that just doesn't feel like the way I want to do this. So what we're going to do instead of sieving dirt, so like what it wants me to do is, can I do that real fast? Let me do this. I'll do like a quick little setup for it, right? See what that loop looks like, right? We go here. It wants me to make one of these guys, and I think it wants me to make more than one of these guys. It wants me to make a wooden barrel, right? And then take the wooden barrel, put leaves, 8 leaves in here, and then it's going to turn it into dirt, and then I'm going to turn the dirt into stone, right? So we want to go, it wants me to go leaves to dirt to stone. I'm going to go leaves just straight in here. That's my plan. We're going to bypass the system. And what I realized when I started looking at some of these recipes, because I pulled up the sieve and just looked like, okay, what can I sieve? What can I get? What can I use? Is there anything that'll help me get further faster? Because that seems like it's going to take a long time. So we're going to dump all these in. And we're going to hope we get the result I'm looking for. And we're out of chest space pretty quick. So we get all these saplings, right? So these are from, what's it called? Sky Orchard, I think is what it's called. So basically you can get resources by growing trees. So you can get pumpkins, you can get cookies, pink slime, cake, etc. You can get dirt, which is potentially useful. But there's lava. A lava sapling. That's pretty handy. Fish, we don't need. Lapis, we don't need. Bacon is handy. I like bacon. Bacon and donuts would be good right now. I'm going to keep some gravel as well. Coal, maybe, as well. Would be useful. And water, right? So we have these resources we can now get. And clay, yeah, why not? So these are kind of the handy things. Get rid of some of these. Oh, there's eggs. But like I said, we'll get our inventory squared away here pretty soon. Actually, let me do this. Did I get 24? 24. Let's just do this real fast. There we go. Bigger quest box, bigger random storage box right now. Let's put string away, let's put the eggs away, put the rubber trees away, put the essence away, put the torches away. Alright, okay, so that's all well and good. So we'll come back to these guys. Actually, I'm going to put those away too. We'll focus on what is actually important, right? We want to make cobblestone. That means I need water, I need lava. Same process will apply if I want to get some gravel. I can't actually get gravel from this. I think I can get flint. Dirt I can get from there, and whatever the other thing I had. Clay and coal and all that good stuff. So we're going to go, I don't know, let's pick you. You're just kind of here. This will be our creating other stuff spot. So instead of doing that whole tedious process that I talked about earlier, we're just going to put down a water sapling, put down that. Do I have I have bone meal on me. Let's just do this. Bone meal. Such a waste of bone meal. There we go. Good enough. Okay, so we have that. Get my crook going. We'll break it down. That's all we gotta do. Break it down. Get a bunch of stuff. We'll cut it down. Tree killer. Right. This gives us some of the resources, right? So the things we wind up with lava resin, lava acorn, lava saplings. So we can't actually, when I was looking at the recipes, we can't do anything with the acorn unless we can smelt them. But we can smelt the acorn into a bucket of lava, which would be nice. But then I have to have a furnace to smelt it, which defeats the purpose of bypassing, or using this to bypass making all that cobblestone out of woolstone pebbles. But for some reason, I'm going to assume it's intended as the process, we can take the resin and we can just dry it out into a bucket of lava, right? So that is pretty sweet. So we made all of these wooden slabs. We're going to make, I don't know, 6 to 8. 8 drying racks. And can I literally just stack them on top of each other? I thought I made 8. Why don't I have 8? Give me one more. This looked weird to me having them on the ground. Oh, somehow I got one extra. There we go. Peace be the journey. So now I can take the lava resins, the water resins, hang them out to dry. And in, let me see, does it tell me? In 4 minutes, we're going to have lava and water, and we're going to have cobblestone. So what I'm going to do real fast is make a space. Instead of just sitting here waiting for the 4 minutes, I'm going to prepare like a little place to actually set it up to get the cobblestone out of the lava and the water. And yeah, we'll make sure we get the cobblestone gen before we call it a day for episode number 1. So be back in just a bit. 4 minutes. All right, so we got our converted floating lava and water buckets. Beautiful, simple, easy. I like it. Then I went ahead and grew a couple of the extra trees, dirt, coal, and gravel. We'll take a look at what I think we can do with that real quick as well. I did go through the process of just grinding out a couple of these things, making the wood barrels, the oak chests, the wooden hoppers. Now I need some dirt and some stone pebbles and that kind of stuff to keep the quest chain rolling. But right now I'm getting the lava, I'm getting the water. So this is just the setup I pretty much have used since my first skyblock, which was Agrarian Sky, I think back in like 1.6, something like that. So this is just how I normally do it. So no special magic here, but having those 2 holes right there, if you put that right in that spot, this is further, so you want to make sure it's at least 2 blocks away from the edge. But it basically, because of Minecraft physics and whatever, makes them go into the holes, basically. So it keeps them right there, and the same thing for the lava. I'll push that way. Oop, but then it gets angry. We'll fix that here real quick. I forgot that it would be blocked and not have anywhere to go. Let me grab that real quick. Alright. So we can... Oh, we don't want to use... Now think about it. I don't want to use cobblestone for this. I'm going to burn myself. This was a horrible decision. Give me dirt. There we go. Okay. Don't want to use cobblestone because it will... since I'm vein mining this cobblestone right here, it will take my safety mechanism as well. This may still catch on fire. I'm not 100% sure, but I'm not planning on needing to use this for very long in this fashion. All right. I'm trying to think how much I need for the last step forward. So you can see we're getting cobblestone, so that really streamlines a lot of things. It doesn't actually help me get the stone pebbles that I need for the quest, so I am going to need to make a good bit of dirt to finish the quest, enough dirt to then actually get the sieving down for the little stones and that kind of thing. So there's still a little bit of that that's going to have to happen, but this should make it much easier. Is that enough? Maybe one more. Get just a little bit more tech here before I wrap things up for this episode. I think that should do it. What I really want is a furnace. Actually, I know I have enough. We can make a furnace, which is here, right? The furnace got fancy recipes and things, so they've changed what you need, how you need to progress. So we would need to get coal. We could do this, I think, pretty easily. Stone gears are just, where'd the stone go? Stone gears are just here, so it's going to take 4 of those. You're going to have to get a cobblestone, or a coal. I'm pretty sure I can get coal literally just from whacking the tree, but instead, just as a quick, easy way to progress, I'm going to take, I think, that many. So we're going to make some slabs, and then 1, 2, 3. We can make these furnace slabs instead, and cook things just as good. So we got now furnaces, which means I can smelt things. So like if I wanted lava, I can just smelt the acorns. Remember, we saw that the recipe would let me smelt the acorns 1 to 1, which is much better than the resin. So that would be why I then glue these trees. So I can now break that. Of course, this is going to make me... Nope, over here. Over there. There we go. Let's just do this. So I can get some dirt. I can get some coal. And some gravel. And then I can just come over here. And we can make this gravel. This will be coal. This will be dirt. Didn't get as much dirt. And I got some coal literally from the tree. Let that start. But basically what this is going to do is it's going to let me cook up some dirt, acorns to get dirt to go do the next couple of steps. It's going to let me cook up coal acorns to get more coal to keep burning. And it will give me flint from these gravel acorns. So that is handy. That looks to be some of the things I need to progress anyway. We know we need some flint to upgrade our mesh, etc., etc. So I think that is a wonderful first step, right? We got cobblestone gen. We've got, access to really as much lava and water as we want. There's probably not a way right just yet to automate that process to like use the lava automatically or anything, but this will be good. So that I think will do it. What I'm going to do is, cook up a couple of good stacks worth of resources between now and next episode. Maybe get a bunch of wood gathered and things, and we should be able to really punch through. Let's just turn these in real quick, just because it's interesting to see like what kind of rewards do they have. What could we be theoretically using? What impact might that have had on our progression? Like I said, I just as soon progress with whatever the completely reproducible, non-luck-based things would be. So we got lots of alcohol, though. Got a hopper bonsai. That would be helpful. Although we should be pretty close to being able to make our own hopper bonsais. No big deal. Some concrete. There's nothing crazy in here anyway at this point. Like the cake, I might eat the cake anyway, right? That's just food. So I'm not too worried about that. So other thing I need to do is a little bit of probably creating maybe some sort of inventory management structure, storage, something. just because things are going to start to get off the chains pretty quick when we start sieving all the stuff and breaking it all down and getting access to more things. Is there leaves in here? Oh, geez, I don't want all these. There we go. So that said, I think that'll do it for this episode. That'll give me a good place to progress through, a good place for us to start next time when I come back, which won't be too far from now, to be perfectly honest. And yeah, like I said, I think we can probably push down pretty good way, at least get down to Diamond next episode, have this all running and humming along, the ability to make metal, ideally maybe the ability to duplicate or double ingot the metal and that kind of stuff. So things to strive for next time. So that said, I will stop with the rambling. I will let you get back on to whatever you have planned next. I hope you have an amazing time wherever you go from here, and I will talk to you next time. Take it easy.